Give me a minute, I'll go live.
All right. You should be, I believe we're good to go, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, John. All right, well, this is a Finance Committee meeting for Wednesday, April 21st, 2021 at 5:45 p.m. commencing. Actually, it's 5:48 p.m. here. And my name is Larry McShane. I'm the chair of the Finance Committee. We have this is the Finance Committee meeting tonight at this time and place here. So, okay, well, let's do a call to order here. We're meeting, and so I'm going to do a roll call here. Let's see here. Sylvia, are you here?
I am here.
Very good. And Jean, are you here? Okay. Larry's here. That's me. I believe that's everyone on our committee. John's here, and our acting director. And Anna, you're here, correct? Somewhere?
Yes, correct.
Oh, very good, Anna. Okay, Anna is our financial expert here at the library. So, all right, very good. Okay, well, it looks like we have a quorum, so we can commence and continue onward. I'm working from our agenda for tonight's meeting, and under item 3 of our agenda, we're going to review the Waukegan Public Library profit and loss budget versus actual report for from May 1st of 2020 through March 31st of 2021. And that was in our Finance Committee packet for review. And I actually have a copy of that here. Let me just pull that up in front of me and we'll take a look at it. Okay, well, Anna, since you, of course, are our expert in all this, possibly you could give us a little summary of the highs and lows of all this for us.
Sure. There's no surprises again. We are 11 months into our fiscal year. So 11, out of 12 months, we should be like at least 90, well, not at least, but around 92% if we annualize it. And as you can see, some areas we have more, some areas we're under. In terms of revenue, there's nothing changed. Of course, there's no real estate tax coming at this time of the year. In terms of expenses, I would like to point out that as we talked before, repair and maintenance is high because we have COVID-related expenses. And also tech service is high. The main reason for those is because we lost some position in custodial and in IT. So that's why the salary expenses are low, because we have an IT consultant and we also have outside cleaning services in lieu of our own employees. So basically, we shift the expense from salary to repair, maintenance, and tech services. Besides that, nothing is really high. I mean, we should be at 92%. So we're very close. We're under most of the category. We're under, with the exception of repair and tech services for those reasons.
Now, when you say 92%, that's the percent of the budget that's been received and actually used. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, if we are 11 months out of 12, which is our fiscal year, then it would be 92% used.
And so far we have, is it 97% so far?
97% is the revenue.
Oh, okay. So where do we have, where's the figure that you're speaking of here then? Where we're, 92% is the ideal, as I understand, is that right?
Not the ideal, but that would be the average.
Oh, the average, okay. So where are we? Maybe I'm not seeing the percentage here on our summary here. Where would the actual be that we've spent so far, or the percent?
That would be on the third column, percent budget received
Okay.
versus used.
Okay, percent of budget remaining, is that right?
Used. Remaining will be in the next column.
Okay. So we've used 97%, is that it?
Of real estate tax, correct.
Okay. And that's what you're referring to with that typically it's around 92% average. Is that it, what you're saying?
Right, if we
Mhm.
annualize it,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
some items we just don't we can look at it that way. Because property tax, we receive majority of it in the summer months. First payment is in June because, homeowners, that's when they pay.
Right.
And
Okay.
then something,
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
yes, things like, snow. This year we have a lot of snow, or
Yeah.
landscaping,
Mhm.
we have to do landscaping, so that's in the summer months. But if we have no snow, then majority of the, maintenance expense will be in the beginning of the year. So things fluctuate, but if we annualize it, that means we equalize it, then we should be about 92%
Mhm. Oh,
or
okay.
under.
Mhm. Now, I did have a question about this grant revenue. I was a little confused because it says that we have a minus 2016% of the budget remaining. What's that all about?
That means we're over because when we budget the grant, when we did the budget last year, we didn't know we were going to get like over $1 million grant. That was we didn't expect that. Grant amount, we budget what we think we will get.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, actually, we budget what we are sure we will get.
Mm-hmm.
And we only budgeted, last year, we only budgeted for the literacy grants this is the per capita grant from Secretary of State.
Mm-hmm. So we have received, in other words, then we've received many more grants than we anticipated. And is that how I should understand it?
Yes.
Okay.
We received more grants than we didn't really budget grants. It's like,
right.
As we write it, then we receive it. However, all the grants we receive, we spend it. So if you look below, the grant expense under expenditure.
Mm-hmm.
So those two, whatever we receive, we will spend under there.
Oh, I see.
So it's a wash.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's a wash. Okay. And the grants were mostly related mostly, I don't say everything, but mostly related to COVID
yes.
issues. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Over $1 million related to COVID.
Wow. In grants, right? You're saying in grants, we've received over $1 million in grants related to COVID?
Correct.
Wow. That's a lot of grant money for sure. And we've used it all. Basically, we've used it, right? We've used the grants up.
We have to use it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That particular one has a very short window.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, okay. So not to belabor it, but so Anna, what are some of the just if you could recall, what are some of just a few of the grants that were sort of the big ones, or was it related to outreach to the community for healthcare or for education, or cleaning the library, or what were some of the ones that stand out? I'm just curious in terms of grants.
We always have the literacy grant that is to help our patrons, our community with literacy, both written and digital, and also health. We also have a health literacy grant. And then the big one, just because that is so big, So
Mhm.
proportionally, it overshadowed the other grant.
Mhm.
I mean, all the other grant adds up to maybe 200, 300,000, but this
Mhm.
one's 1 million. So,
Mhm.
so the largest grant was the CARE grant for COVID-19. And I think that it's in line with our situations right now, with what we need right now to
Right.
help the community with COVID.
Mhm. Mhm. And the care grant included what sorts of what did it do for us? What did we accomplish with it?
It's mainly providing PPE for the for our patrons. I
Oh.
believe it's mostly the Black and brown communities.
Mhm.
It
Gail
put
will
together
be,
80,000 kits of hand sanitizer, masks, and information. So it shared a lot of information about the COVID-19 virus and the library. So
Oh.
we were able to get information into the hands of 80,000 people in the Waukegan community and beyond.
Wow. Uh-huh. Wow. 8,000. Significant.
80,000.
80,000. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. Anyone, Sylvia, have any, or anyone else? Sylvia, do you have any questions about any of this, this particular presentation we're on right now? Anything?
No.
So, okay.
No,
Okay,
you're
very good. Very good. Okay, well, it looks like we've done a good job with that. Thank you so much, Anna, and
you're
John
welcome.
for helping us to understand this. So, okay, well, let's then move on to our next part of our agenda, which is the uh, monthly board check detail, to review that and see what's that all about. And I've looked at all this, and everything looks pretty routine. And anything stand out here in terms of the monthly board check detail that was sort of unusual or unexpected, or anything that you can think of at all?
Nothing. There is, I think it's this one. There's a
Mhm.
postage. We pay postage this
Mhm.
month,
Mhm.
so that may be, it's not that we use. Let me see where
I
is
did
it.
see the postage one. I did see that. It seemed a
Yeah,
little
it's
high, but I thought, well, there's good, but
That's
it's,
a once every now and again expense. It's not even regular. It's just whenever the machine gets low, we refill it with a significant amount so that it stays. That it's at least for a year, if not multiple years.
I
yeah,
see.
it's just, it goes into reserve because we have a postage machine, so we have to have money for stamps before we can use the machine for stamps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the reason it stood out to me a little bit is because I typically don't see the postage on a monthly basis. And
Yeah.
so that's what I thought. Oh, that's, but it seemed reasonable. And so now I do have a question here. There's on page 2. There's a company here called American Backflow Prevent something. And it says building services contract, and that one's for $115. And then there's another repeat of them a little bit later on in the check detail here. Let me turn to that here. Yeah, here on page 5, there we see them again, American Backflow and Fire Protection, I presume. That's for $465.95. So is that like fire extinguishers or fire alarms or something, or what is this American Backflow exactly?
I believe that has to do with the plumbing. They came for
Plumbing.
inspection, right? Backflow's plumbing.
Yeah, that's our fire suppression and plumbing system that goes along with it.
Oh, okay.
And we have to have that yearly, at least a yearly check of our systems to make sure that they're operating sufficiently.
Right, because I typically don't see that one. So then in our monthlies, and then so I was just curious. Then on page 6, we have a company called Express Services Inc., and that was for cleaning service, and that's for $1,080. And I was just a little confused because I was thinking this American backflow, I was just thinking, well, it appears that we have two different maintenance or cleaning services going on, but I understand the others for the fire suppression, the piping, they're two separate outfits, right? They're doing different things, right? Is that correct?
Right,
Mhm.
right.
So, yeah.
American backflow is for inspection, and then express surfaces, they are our outside cleaning surface.
Oh,
And hundreds, well,
We
1,000.
hired a temporary agency to handle some of our janitorial work when we severed our ties with Priority One. We still
Uh-huh.
needed some support, and so we hired a temp. And
Oh.
that Express Services is a local temporary agency.
Oh, okay. So we typically, this is a fairly new hire then, this express services?
Correct, through a temp agency rather than hiring directly. And at
Right.
this point, we're going to open up hiring again
Okay,
and
yeah.
no longer do the temp agency, but hire someone for our staff.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, because I hadn't seen that particular company in our previous details. I was just curious, what's that all about? Okay. I'm just paging through the rest of the detail to see here if I had monthly check detail to see if I had circled anything I had a question or two about here. I didn't have, oh, here's one. This one's on page 12, and this one is for Rails. That's a library consortium like North Suburban. It used to be the North Suburban Library System. Is that right? What that Rails is? What is Rails?
Rails is an acronym.
I know.
Reaching across Illinois libraries. It's the local consortium of other libraries in Northern Illinois. And,
Okay.
and a lot of our neighboring libraries are members, as are we.
Okay, I knew it was something to do with a library association. So we have, at the bottom of page 12, we have a resource share for $2,850, and then we have a software licenses in the amount of $15,000. So I was just curious what that was all about.
Do you have the check number, Larry?
Yeah, let me check here. It's
114,493.
Right.
And it's check 7707 and 7724.
And it's dated March
114
30th of 2021.
114,493.
114.
493
Yeah,
is the number, and then the check number is 7707 and 7724.
The first one, the $2,800, that is the Biblio Board Library Creator for 1 year for resource share.
What's a library creator? Well, what's that?
Biblio Board is a new electronic resource we're bringing online to allow our patrons to submit writing, art, photography, music, and we'll curate a collection of local. So all these writing contests we've been having, that'll be all centrally located for people to be able to share and check them out with their library card.
Oh, okay.
We had it for free with Rails as a relationship with Rails, but we're getting the full suite because we want to start, curating the collection of submissions and artwork. When we have an art contest, we can have our own art contest and put them all up on our Biblio board.
Oh, okay.
And then the 15,000 is the Communico Cloud platform.
That's for our app.
Oh. And that's more or less a standard charge for some cloud like that?
The first one will be bigger, and then each year will be a significantly smaller portion. It won't be 15,000 a year, to my knowledge.
And it's part of this. It's all part of the same package as the library creator that enables us to have this new feature.
We receive a discount because we are members of Rails, but they are separate. Biblio Board and Communico, the app that we will have, the Waukegan Public Library app, are going to be separate.
Oh.
And question, Larry,
oh yes, certainly.
So is that the same Digital Library of Illinois?
That is not that is the ebook consortium we're joining will show up probably in next month's register.
So when did we approve the 15,000 for the software? What was that? When was that?
I think it was January or February. I couldn't recall exactly which month we had the board meeting that we had approved the app.
Did that come out of the same funds that the bibliotech came out of? The capital grant funds?
Excess per capita? No, they will become a regular expense. So the resource share, the Biblio board will become a regular electronic resource that we pay for. And then the app itself will probably fall underneath IT. But Anna and I haven't determined yet. So far, that's why it's under software licenses.
And that was January?
I believe so.
So will this feature, I'm just curious, will this feature, when it's up and running, be available online for our patrons to access and use or look at? Do we know?
I'm sorry, say that question again.
Oh, yeah, when this library creator is in full place.
Yeah, patrons will be able to use it. You know, you'll be able to use your library card to check out somebody's writing or somebody's piece of art. Yeah. But they will be visible on our website. And Madam President, that was December board meeting that we approved Communico.
Okay, well, that's all the questions thank you. That's all the questions I had regarding the monthly board check detail.
Innovative was what again? I'm sorry. It's higher on the same page 12.
That one is for our online search OCLC through, I believe is that not the link in, Anna? If not, am I not mistaken?
That one is the license.
Oh, so
Online
we were
search.
jumping out of, and I just had a conversation with the Innovative rep today. We are canceling our SMS service through Innovative. And so in order to cancel it, we had to request it back in May of last year. So we have requested officially to cancel SMS and Decision Center, but we're taking training on Decision Center on May 4th to be able to put it to work into our workflow. So we may keep Decision Center, but those two, the $32,343.68 are for those two modules that we pay for separately through Innovative.
That's for 1 year coverage.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you. Is that sufficient, Sylvia? Okay. All right, very good. Well, that's all the questions I had about the monthly check detail. Sylvia, anything else come to mind or stand out or anything? Or
No.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Very good. All right. Well, I believe we need a motion then to carry this to our board meeting. If we find this acceptable, and I could make the motion then to accept the monthly board check detail as presented and discussed. Okay. It's been motioned by me to approve and Sylvia to approve and present to the board, and I moved it and Sylvia seconded. Okay, so all in favor. We need a roll call, I believe, on something financial issues. So I would vote yes. To present it, to approve and present to our board. Sylvia.
Yes.
No, aye. Okay, very good. Okay, well then it's been reviewed, approved, and we'll now move to the board for their review of our monthly check detail for the March 2021 for Waukegan Public Library. All right, well, that's all I see on the agenda for today.
Larry,
So, yes,
can I ask a real quick question?
certainly.
And when you go over your summary of the the check detail and the budget, could you please mention those two big ones so that people won't be asking those questions? Just go
The
ahead.
innovator
Right.
and
Yeah.
rail.
Yeah, the ones that are over 10,000, if you'll just go ahead and mention those up front and people won't be.
Okay.
wondering, okay?
Okay, sure will.
Real easy. Keep it
Right.
moving.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Very
then
good.
Mary,
Okay, well,
I motion to adjourn this meeting.
all right. Well, I second. All in favor? Aye. All right.